Hello everybody, I want to welcome you to Hollywood Sports, the most realistic sports channel on YouTube. Real quick, I want to do a roll call to my new subscribers. You guys know the deal. I let my subscribers know how I feel. I want them to see my face saying thank you. If I mispronounce your name, forgive me. Again, I just want to say thank you. Keegan Froman, Boba 13, Wolf Howl 55, Blake Jones, Jay Miller, Sid's Copy, Andrew Robb, Jonathan Allen, Jeff Primus, Orion Shepard, J. Make Yanko. Thank you for subscribing to Hollywood Sports. I really mean that. You know, I want you guys to know you can always send any kind of comments. I answer anything. I don't care what it is. Anything about my personal life. You can ask me anything you want, anything about the game. I answer all comments. I don't just read them. I answer every last comment that I can. Also, I want you to know I pretty much do live commentary on every video. I don't try to give you what happened. I try to do live commentary as it's going on. I just want to welcome you guys to the team. I hope you can appreciate the channel. And I just want to say thank you. Okay, guys? But right now, I'm getting ready to show you guys my all Madden sliders. You know, I put a lot of work into these sliders. And, well, I'll talk about that in a second. Let's get ready for some all Madden sliders by Hollywood Sports. Okay, everybody. Hollywood Sports is about to give you his all Madden slider set. These sliders are for simulation. And these sliders are going to give you a challenge. Trust me. But you know what? There's only so much challenge we can do with this game. We're humans, and this is a game. We can outthink these guys, but it's going to give you a challenge. And I'll talk about more about that in detail. But I want to say these sliders are meant for guys that want to play simulation NFL football. Not guys that want to run the same play over and over and over against the CPU. The CPU can't do anything against that, guys. If you want to play realistic football, you got to run plays. You can't run no-huddle offense 100% of the time. I mean, you can do what you want to do, but it's not going to be a challenge for you. Because even when you're playing humans, it's hard for somebody to stop when you're running the same play over and over and over. These are realistic simulation sliders. Hollywood Sports try to make everything real. But you know what? I can't improve this game. Madden football is Madden football, okay? But this game is playing a whole lot better with this slider set. It's a shame we gotta go through all this slider stuff, but that's what the sliders are for, is to make adjustments. So I hope you guys like these sliders, and I want to say as you're using these sliders, you know, you need to try these sliders about 4, 5, 6, 7 games, and you would see the difference between teams based on different team ratings, okay? These sliders are based on ratings. Alright, so let's get started. Let's go with game options. You pick your favorite team, your offensive playbook, your skill level. You know, of course I like game flow. You know, because game flow allows you to let the offensive coordinator call a play and you run the play. You don't get to choose the play. You run the play the offensive coordinator picks. You know, I try to make it more realistic. My quarters are only 3 minutes because you guys know I don't like chopping my videos up, but you can put your minutes the way you want to. Coaching tips are on, and I'm going to turn that off. Play clock is on. Accelerated clock is on. And the minimum play clock time I put 15 seconds. 15, you really have to come up to the line and you have to call a play and get up to the line and run it. That way you don't have to go through your whole thing of calling audibles and doing all these hot routes, right? You got to call your play, get up to the line, and run it. That's why it's only 15 seconds. You know, I like my camera settings, I like to use zoom. I like to get closer to the action. It seems like the action is pushed so far away. I like to get up zoom. Auto strafe I got on. Heat seeker I have off. I don't like that. It's not realistic. Ball hawk. I really don't like that either, but you know, you need some user control. You know, I don't like users having too much control. It takes away from the game. Switch assist is on. You need help with that. And my injuries is down to 40. And I found with 40, you get realistic type injuries. You know, in a normal regular game, there's injuries like every other play. And with 40, it's going to work out good. You're still going to get injuries, but it won't be as many. You might have 1 or 2 injuries a game. It won't be like an injury every other play. Fatigue I put on 55. It makes you have to substitute a whole lot more and use more of your players instead of using the same exact players on every play. Because your players are going to get tired. When they get tired, they're not going to execute that play the same way every single time. So even if you do run the same play over and over and over, eventually your guy's going to get tired. He's going to fumble. Your running back is going to fumble. So I put fatigue at 55. I wanted to get it higher, but these guys are supposed to be in shape. I don't want them to get tired too fast. Game speed is normal. If you change it other than that, it might ruin the sliders, because the sliders are based on how they interact. Player minimum speed threshold is 20. Trust me, guys, keep it on 20. I tested them. I had these guys based on their speed. You know, who was on people. 20 is exactly right. You would get people's speeds will be determined in this game. You know, because I was having linemen try to catch these receivers and everything. 20 is where it needs to be. And coach mode I have off. Again, those are kind of options. You can do what you want, but this is what Hollywood Sports set up. Penalties, I left them all at 50. Because when you're on all Madden, 50 is pretty good. Okay? Anything higher than that, you're going to get a lot of penalties because you know the computer's going to cheat. Anything less than that, you won't get no realistic penalties. Player skill, quarterback accuracy, 15. All right, 15. You guys, if you don't agree with these sliders, that's okay. I'm just telling you what works. Okay, pass blocking is 25. Wide receiver catching is 100. The reason why it's at 100 because these guys be dropping too many passes. And you'll see most of the balls that hit them in the wrist. That's why they dropping passes. Okay? So put it at 100. You want realistic gameplay, put it at 100. Run blocking is at 25. Okay? This is the kind of blocking you're going to get at 25. Right? Fumbles at 45. You don't get a lot of fumbles in the game when the quarterback's trying to throw the ball and next thing you know there's a fumble. There's too many fumbles in the game at 45. It works perfectly. You get realistic type fumbles. Reaction time is 25. Okay, trust me, you get a beautiful reaction time, and it's based on the other sliders. All these sliders are based on other sliders. It's not the individual slider. They're based on other sliders to make this game work. You wouldn't believe how you make adjustments to make other sliders work. Interceptions, keep it on 100. You want realistic gameplay, put these interceptions on 100. Pass coverage, 25. Okay, pass coverage is 25, and it relates. Pass coverage relates to reaction time. See, those two sliders, the way those numbers are, they interact. So when you change one, you got to change the other one. Okay, so leave that pass coverage at 25. Rush defense tackling, I put it at 80. Now the reason why it's at 80 is because they're going to make better decisions on taking routes to the ball to get to make the tackle. It's going to help them make better decisions to get to the tackle a whole lot better. They won't seem like the guy running right past them and they make late reactions. I mean, it still happens in the game a little bit because this is Madden, guys. We know Madden football. But leave it at 80. They'll respond and then because there's no awareness sliders in Madden. It'll help their awareness a whole lot better if you crank it up to 80. Okay? And the animations on the tackles will be a lot better too. Field goal power at 50. Field goal accuracy at 40. You got to give you a little bit more challenge against the CPU kicking field goals. Punt power, punt accuracy, and kickoff power, leave it at 50. If I'm going too fast, just rewind the video. Computer skill, CPU skill. Their quarterback accuracy is 100. Now what I found was, when you increase the accuracy on the CPU, they will find the open receiver. If you leave it at 50, I think less than 75, you'll see guys open and they will not throw it. The CPU will not throw it when guys are open. But when you leave it at 100, they will find the open receiver. If you leave a gap, they will find the open receiver. So it's going to be pretty challenging for you to stop them, okay? You got to call the right defenses and make adjustments. Pass blocking, 50 for the CPU. Okay, now you guys are going to be doing this nano blitzing and stuff. The game is not going to play realistic. You know, okay, I'm just saying, you can blitz. That's fine, but leave it at pass block 50. Wide receiver catching, put it at 100. They're going to drop too many passes, guys, and that's not realistic. Leave it at 100. You get a great catching thing. They still drop them, but not like, you know, if you left it at 50. Run blocking, 60 for the CPU. Leave it at 60. You're going to get some great run blocking. Okay? And the running backs are going to make great decisions and go where the hole's supposed to be. That's another thing about Madden. There's nothing that you can do to control the halfback, to make him go where he needs to go. There's nothing you can do except block for him. Okay, run blocking at 60. Fumbles at 45. We went over that. Reaction time for the CPU is 100. These guys will play like you're playing a person. Okay, it's not all the time, but you'll be surprised how these guys respond to CPU. Their reaction time has to be 100. They're gonna, you know, like Madden advertised at 60 frames, 60 calculations per second or whatever these players are supposed to be thinking. If you put the reaction time up to 100, they will be close to that. Interceptions, leave it at 100. Okay, you want a challenge, right? This is all Madden. Leave it 100. This game plays great, and you gotta make the right decisions when throwing the football. Okay, this is how you're gonna get your challenge. And guys, I'm not saying I'm changing the game, but it's gonna be a lot more challenging, a lot more fun. Pass coverage, CPU, put it at 100. You're gonna get a lot better challenge, guys. We're smarter than the CPU, so you need a harder challenge. Leave it at 100. It works out great. And like I said, give these sliders about 6 or 7 games, and you will see the difference between each team. Every team is not going to play exactly the same. All your plays are not going to work the same exactly for every team. You're going to have to work your playbook for each team. You think you have a favorite play? It's not going to work every single time on every team. Trust me. Alright? Because I tested it. Field goal power, 50. Leave all the CPU powers for kicking the ball at 50. Visual feedback, of course you can do what you want. Pre-snap is on, game hints is off, and player names is on. Volume control is pretty cool. If you look at my master volume, is up 100. In-game commentary is 100. Stadium speakers at 100, but I have the crowd volume at 95 because sometimes the crowd is too loud and it drowns everything else out. So 95 works out just right. I tested it, guys. On the field, it's 100. When you heard the guys chatting on the field, making noise, I mean, the noise of the game blends in pretty good with these numbers, guys. Music, menu music, you can do whatever you want. If you want how loud you want it when you listen, when you're on the menu, and the SFX when you're on the menu. That's pretty much it, guys. You don't need to see game controls. I mean, there it is. It tells you what you need to do if you want to know how to use the controller. But those are the sliders, guys. It's all Madden, and this is all Madden slider set. And this is for realistic gameplay. And if you're not a simulation player, this probably won't work for you. But like I said, give it a try. Give it 6-7 games against different teams, and you'll see that you're going to get different reaction. Your plays are going to work a little bit different for each team. You know, the speed of each team is different, so you're going to get different gameplay, guys, and it's going to be more realistic. Play it out a little bit, you know, get in contact with me, leave some comments, and let me know what you think. All right? And if you can make some better adjustments, let me know. You know, I'm pretty sure these sliders aren't perfect. I worked a long time on them. I wish Madden had a lot more, you know, a lot more slider sets, like NBA 2K, you know, awareness sliders and you know, all kind of sliders, you know, to make this game work. Okay? All right, guys. And as always, thanks for watching Hollywood Sports.